Hey guys, what's going on? Shifu Gregg here with the Authentic Shaolin Kung Fu School again. Welcome to Form and Function. And today, we're going to be going over some more of that Chuan Yi form. Form and Function. See you there. Hey guys, what's going on? Shifu Gregg here with the Authentic Shaolin Kung Fu School. Form and Function today. This is going to be the new video. We're going to be going over Chuan Yi. But before we get started, like, share, subscribe, click that bell so that you get more information. You get every time that we get a video that we put up, you guys, it'll come straight to your door. You guys can check it out. You guys can save it, leave some comments, and we can grow together as a martial family. Again, guys, our systems and our martial arts is much more similar than they are different. Very important. So today we're going to be going over Chuan Yi. We're going to be going over the middle of the form. And this, what we're going to do is we're going to break it down. I'll show you the part that we're going to be going over. And then what we're going to do is we're going to break it down so that you guys can understand what we're doing. Okay? So it's from here. So this part here in the form, I'm going to just do the one part of the form. So from here, it comes up, here, turn. Scoop, kick, turn, force, and lift. All right, so one more time, we're gonna go through that. Again, from the forward stance position. Now, when we throw the kicks here, when we do Chuan Yi, we don't kick and come up all the way over here. We kick forward as if we're hitting somebody, right? So everything that we do is martial. So from here, it comes in, up, scoop, turn, and then lift. All right? So we're gonna break this down real quick. So obviously, if I'm here, if I'm here, this motion makes 0 sense. So then why are we doing the form? What does the form teach us? Speed, power, transition, and it teaches us how to feel comfortable in our body movements. So, obviously from here it makes no sense. I'm this close. So for Beta, I would say that before that motion, if he threw that hand and I came in here, he throws the other hand and I hit him, he's going to go where? He's going to move back. So that's the concept of this movement, is that he moves back and gives me room to strike. And then we go to the same technique that we did the other day, or the other week, is when he throws, and I'm come here, and I turn the body. So I would be in this position here. Okay, so we're not fighting a million different people. Say I moved him this way out of the way. So from this position here, my opponent is gonna come in. And as he comes in, I'm gonna get this out of the way, and I'm gonna sweep that leg right out from underneath him. If he threw the opposite, you gotta throw it straight in, Papa. I'm here. So if he throws with the lead, I'm here and I take that leg out. If he throws with the other hand, I'm here and I take the leg out again. As I take the leg and scoop, I'm striking. So, when we're doing this verbatim, it seems like there's a lot of movement that wouldn't work. And this is where traditional stylists can't see outside the box. There has to be a bridge. There has to be a bridge of movement. So the movement was taught, and it's up to the student, it's up to the warrior to break down these forms to understand what we're doing. So this movement here, 1, 2, striking him this way, he's gonna go where? He's gonna go right over my leg. So I was already here in this position. He was already throwing, and I already came in here. Look how close. So here, I'm striking right to the throat. So that motion. So one more time, when he throws up here, he throws this way, I strike again. So that's going right to the chest. That's nailing into the chest. This motion at this point, going like this and striking all the way up here makes no sense. But if I was here, so if we went through this motion here, and I struck, look where the legs are. So if I went here really fast and really hard, imagine what would happen, right? Imagine how much pain And necessarily not here, but even here on the inside of the leg. So this could work. So from here, grabbing and striking low can work perfectly, right? So that motion works great. Obviously here, I would never start a fight in this position. It doesn't make any sense. But if I was in this position and I blocked here and then swept, all of a sudden, the motion makes sense. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about form and function. So it's up to us to take these parts of the form and break it down. And that's what we're going to do right now. We've been doing it, but we're going to do it again. So, from guard stance position. So now I'm going to be in a guard stance. I'm not going to be in this standing crane posture, which is nice. It looks great, but now I'm going to be here. So now I'm going to block, and then I'm going to grab. So I'm going to be here, and then I'm going to take that leg out. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and take my opponent right off his feet. And if you notice what's happening is I'm palming, fan grab, and then I'm scooping this out of the way to sweep my opponent. And this is pulling our opponent off balance. And this is the scoop. So this is most important in the form. From here, it's this motion that's helping us move our opponent. A lot of people don't understand it. So from guard, I'm here. And all right, I'm going to strike a little lower because I know that your cat's getting beat up. So from guard stance position, So from guard stance here, I'm going to take that leg right out from underneath. So from guard, it's here, and I sweep my opponent and I strike. And that's where we get that motion from. Good. So the next part of this form is, the scoop, hit, grab, turn, force, and strike. So this sliding motion and striking, or the 1, 2, if we're talking traditional wise, right, you're talking that hand here is where you're going and you're striking, right? So I would go here, 1, 2, here, and then pull, and then hit, and then slide, and then strike. You good? Okay, so that's where that would be. And if you look at it, too close. It's not working. It doesn't make as much functional sense. So how can we bridge this and make it traditional, and then all of a sudden expand it into that application of modern movement? In a fighting aspect, I'm not going to put this together the same way. In a fighting aspect, that's the one technique I'm going to utilize. Right from there, that palm side kick. Because I'm already moving in that direction. I'm already letting the energy go here. Right? So I'm moving and striking. I would take the other part of the other part here, and I would go and strike in this way. So I would go here, 1 here, and then 2, move them in this direction, and then throw the punch. And again, taking it to that modern set, right, where I'm sliding in. 1 here, and then 2, hitting my opponent and dropping them down, right? So if we took it here, it would be here, 1, 2, and hitting my opponent right to the jaw, taking him to the floor. So, behind, form and function. That's why you guys visit that's why you guys are visiting the channel, because when we're taking the motion and we're taking the movement, I'm not moving slow. None of this is scripted. And I do this for a reason. I don't script it because I don't want him to understand and know what's going to happen, and that we're doing this, you know, he's my uki and he's doing this and we're working together in sync. It looks great. It's going to be grimy. Movement is going to be derby. It's not going to come out pretty all the time. But we're looking for effective application. So this works out. So I'm hoping that you enjoyed it. I'm hoping that you got a good understanding of what Chuan Yi is. We're going to move on next week. We're going to move on to a new form, and we're going to go through the whole process again. I'll take out, for 3 weeks, we'll take out 3 parts of the form that I want to show, that I want you guys to understand and maybe see the applications, or maybe you've been training the form and you want to see or you want to understand the applications. So guys, I want to thank you very much on behalf of the Authentic Shaolin Kung Fu School. all the students here, thank you very much again. Please subscribe, share, like, click the notification bell. This way you guys can see everything that we're doing all the time. And again, it's so important to not only understand, but to be able to break apart your form and to become as good as possible in your form. That means breaking it down, going through the martial applications, and understanding what you're doing. Just don't do the form for verbatim. Have to understand it. Break it down, understand it, form and function. That should be your mantra, form and function. That is the separation between just doing forms and then being empty and understanding the forms and making them work. And then being able to take those forms outside the form and being able to have it work in a modern setting. Guys, train, don't complain. We'll see you next time. Throws a lead and I middle. So I'm here, I'm in that middle. From here, I slide to press and I strike with the punch. The next is coming into a cross block and blocking that here. My opponent steps back and I'm gonna run the crane's bill right to the chin.